I actually was involved in cassava for a while. I was like running a cassava factory where we engage rural women in cassava production and processing. So imagine now, given that in this Nigeria cassava industry, for example, which is like a source of employment for many rural women, can you give me a typical example of how I would benefit from your kind of program, like Farmer Charlie? So I'm just trying to put it in context. How do we understand what Farmer Charlie does? And someone like me who was running a cassava factory or had access to so many rural women, how would those women benefit from Farmer Charlie, and what would it mean to them in the terms of their livelihood, in terms of the community?
Thank you very much, Cynthia, and that's fantastic what Laura is doing. And in a way, there's lots of connection because in 2018 we did a study, and Yvette was actually working with us on connecting weather stations. There is a critical element, and I think Laura touched onto that, is understanding the weather and how the changes can affect agriculture. Because the easiest way, if you want to increase yield in agriculture, is just to spray fertilizers everywhere and hope that that delivers something. However, that has a damaging effect on the earth, because if you spray your fertilizer too late, then or when the ground is too dry, it will stay at the surface and have no impact but still pollute the ground. But if you do it when it's too wet, it goes to the waterbeds. So when we looked at connecting the weather stations, we realized that there was the same number of weather stations in the whole of Africa, the WMO ones, as you have in Switzerland. But the point is not there, is that for me, you need to provide information, and it's exactly what Glory was saying, to whoever needs it. So we started thinking, who needs that information? It's not only in Africa, it's everywhere around the world. We figured out that the smallholder farmers actually would benefit from information that could be available. But to access that information nowadays, you need internet. You can do it with a text message, you can have the radio, but however, you need broadband access to have a good set of information that helps you not only increase your yield, but do it in a sustainable manner. So that's where Farmer Charlie is coming from. So we've developed that platform, which is a connectivity platform. So you have a satellite receiver in the middle and a radius of 10 kilometers covering a certain number of farmers. We're providing internet connectivity at broadband level to all that community of farmers around that gateway, if you want. The other thing is that when you bring connectivity, you need to realize what the infrastructure is like. So we actually have installed the solution in 21 farms in Oyo State in Nigeria to trial the solution. And we have the solar panels, exactly as Gloria is saying, because you don't want to be bringing something and then not having the electricity or not having sustainable. So our solution would have the mobile phones for the farmers, smartphones, but would also have the solar chargers for them and would have the whole electricity that is provided to the community, because that is part of offering that complete solution. And where it comes is that because you bring that access to information, you can help farmers better purchase the inputs, but also having better access to opportunities to sell it. As you know, the weather is changing a lot in Nigeria, and in December it started raining and they had to weed where they shouldn't have done in the past. And it's been dry for the past 2 or 3 months now, where it should be the rainy season. So you have all these changes in climate that have an impact on agriculture, and the farmers have to be informed of that so that they can farm better. So we did a study of 100 farmers, and 53% were male and 47 were female. We tried to have that kind of fair representation between genders, and what type of information they're needing, how they access the information, and etc. And they recognized that at a large majority, I think it was 94%, they were looking something like us that could give them soil information, weather information, business information, government programs, access to a lot of information. So that, and it's the same. I'm saying access to information is critical.